T.O. right out of the gate. Gets a little extra hit.
And they're looking forward to it.
Second time Bledsoe looks like he's killing a play at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. Firing, and it's the tight end Witten. The Pro Bowler has a first down for Dallas inside the 25.
Who's going to be covering Jason Witten?
8th play of this first possession for the Cowboys, and it's Julius Jones. Julius Jones for the touchdown. What a start for Dallas.
They did not have much success on the first couple of attempts. Now they come back with a little counter play, and Julius Jones is able to hit it inside with his quickness. Very impressive drive and a real statement there on the first offensive possession.
For sure. Thanks, Pam. 2nd down and 9. Off his back foot is Jones, waiting for it in the open field.
Scrimmage there for Reggie Bush.
On 3rd down, Leftwich goes down. Jay Ratliff. No question that happened. And they take the catch away. 2nd and 10. Pressure off the edge. Reister, the tight end, and it's picked off. Picked off by Roy Williams. He's tapped down back inside the 30. 452nd time that Drew Bledsoe has been sacked in his career. Terrell Owens, that's the strength. Making a play and getting out of the grasp of Rasheem Mathis. On 1st down, Julius Jones gets to the edge. And Jones,
you not want to risk giving up field position if you miss the point.
Would have been a 42-yard try, and Barber's going to pick it up. Marion Barber with a great move at the line of scrimmage to bounce it and pick up 8. Position, McBriar punting from his own end zone. Hits a beauty. I mean, you couldn't punt it any better. And he almost sends Owens out of bounds, and they're going to mark him out. That is a brilliant job by Mat McBriar. Punting from his end zone. The punt carries Owens out of bounds just inside the Jacksonville 25. What a difference that punt makes from McBriar. 3rd down and 2. Over the middle, pass caught by Owens. First catch of this 2nd half, and he makes his money by doing just that. It's ticker. So stay with us. After the end of this game, Bledsoe's going to air it out for Glenn. Behind the defense and brought down inside the 30.
We've seen this connection a lot between Drew Bledsoe and Terry Glenn over the years, especially last year. And, you know, the one thing that Carolina cannot do is...
No points since early going for the Cowboys, and 24 put up by Byron Leftwich and company. Bledsoe. Owens, what a play for the touchdown.
Expecting the ball to be thrown to the corner. And as you're going to see, the ball was thrown back to the inside, and he turns and picks up the ball and is able to make the play. That's pretty remarkable.
In the game as the 3rd down back, change of pace guy, 3rd down and 6 from the 38-yard line, with the Cowboys up 3-0. Good protection. Bledsoe throws perfect, but a flag in. Glenn makes the catch.
You know, I think a lot of that is because he's a shorter guy. He's only about 6 foot, so he can see to the outside a lot better.
This time he couldn't see anything except big number 94 in his face. That's DeMarcus Ware.
As much as he used to.
Started his career at Green Bay, understudy to Brett Favre, then went to Jacksonville and was their quarterback from the inception of the franchise. Avoids the initial sack, and then he's taken down. Marcus Spears will get credit for it.
What Santana Moss was looking at.
He's like Taylor on the other side. 1st and 10 after a 19-yard gain, and Brunell under pressure almost lost the ball, and it's DeMarcus Ware who has his own little celebration of that sack.
You're right.
Ball 18 times tonight in a little less than 3 periods. 3rd down, 9 from the 21-yard line. And Brunell to the outside for Cooley, and it is picked off. Roy Williams from the 34-yard line.
Redskins have 6 defensive backs.
3-man rush. 8 in coverage. Dump off underneath. Barber gets a block. Gets the first down and takes it out of bounds at the 40-yard line of the rounds. Lots of verbs. Throw a few adjectives in there. And as we start the fourth quarter, it's Bledsoe going to Glenn for the touchdown. And boy, did the Redskins ever let the Cowboys off the hook. Starting at their own 1-yard line, they go 99 yards in a little over 2 minutes.
You know, and that's what speed will do. You watch Terry Glenn here. He's just going to start up the field and then go across. He held Taylor there for a minute, got behind the corner. The linebacker was the deepest guy, and the linebacker was the closest to him.
Defense, but then defensively the Cowboys adjust. Pressure on Brunell, and he's going to get sandwiched. Greg Ellis from one side and DeMarcus Ware from the other side.
And he's done a great job on them all night, right here and right here.
On there, high snap. And a sack. Greg flags. Let's see, a flag.
Titans in Cowboy territory. Chris Brown again has the first down. Met head on as he gets to the 44-yard line. Legal crackback block on a play in which he injured his hand. Second down and 14. That was T.O. and the handoff to Julius Jones. Gets an opening. Here's Jones. He's going to get a first down into Tennessee territory and knocked out of bounds. A big play by Julius Jones. Lamont Thompson finally grabs him after a 26-yard pickup.
One of the things you have to have as running back is patience, and watch Julius Jones let everything develop. He's never committing himself to the point where he's not going to be able to make another cut. Freezes, now he gets north and south, sets up the defender for Terrell Owens to get a block. Just great patience as he moved through the line of
Haynesworth take it up. 12th play of this drive for Dallas. Bledsoe under pressure and trying to go to the end zone, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. Terry Glenn.
This is Drew Bledsoe never giving up on a play. This is a phenomenal throw. Terry Glenn all the way into the middle, back to the outside. I mean, he's thrown this off his back foot. He hung in there as long as he could.
Fourth down, and Craig Hendrick, one of the better punters in the National Football League, kicking to Terrence Newman and gets off a beauty. Newman at the 25. Pursuit by the Titans. And Newman fights through it. Still on his feet. And Terrence Newman with a terrific return. Owens going in motion. On 3rd and 7. Bledsoe drills it. Owens makes the catch and a first down to the 32. And another flag is back. Marion Barber to the bottom of your picture. Number 24, 3rd down and 6. Bledsoe trying to find a receiver, fires into the end zone, and let's see, it's Terry Glenn, and it's a touchdown. Second touchdown catch for Terry Glenn today. And
a lot of training camp with that hamstring injury. Drew Bledsoe and Terry Glenn have a history. They developed that since he's been in Dallas for the last 2 seasons. And
they went for Vince Young with Norm Chow on hand, and there is a keeper. Young's not going to get away. Kevin Burnett, the first to get to him, and then and on the end around, David Gibbons. Meeting him head on. Who else? Roy Williams
Meets the wall.
these guys are running mirror images on the side. Here comes David Gibbons on a big loop, but right on the other side of that is Roy Williams running that same track. God, I'm going to stutter. I'm going to make somebody miss. Oh my goodness, where did he come from?
Second down and 8. The ball is at the Dallas 20. And here's Bledsoe trying to go deep for Terrell Owens. And Owens makes the catch. With the 7 in week 2. Young's pass. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Glenn. And Glenn gets his way back to the 44-yard line. So we said no turnovers, and then the first thrown by Vince Young.
But a heck of a play by Aaron Glenn. Watch him. He comes to the inside. Great interception by number 26.
Following the interception by Aaron Glenn, a first down on their 44. Drew Bledsoe. Handing off to Julius Jones. Breaking off outside. Big run by Jones. And pushed out of bounds. He'll mark it at the 32-yard line. So a gain of 24. Lamont Thompson knocking Jones out of bounds. He has averaged over 5 yards a carry to this point.
Watch all the flow go this way. That opens the door for Julius Jones on the backside. Nice little burst as he turns the corner. Outruns David Thornton to the sideline.
81 yards on the ground in 14 carries. Jones had 94 yards in 20 carries 2 weeks ago against the Redskins. Dallas with a first down on the Tennessee 32. And on the end around, here is Terry Glenn with Bledsoe in a blocking position. They don't need him, and Glenn's still on his feet with a great run, getting inside the 10-yard line. Here's Jones, Julius Jones into the end zone for the touchdown.
Dallas offensive line just manhandling them defensive linemen for Tennessee right now.
And a flag is down, thrown into the end zone. 5-yard run for the score, and it appears to be against the Titans. And an injured player, Andre Gurode, seems to be shaken up. The Cowboys center, who's having a big year. And now tempers flaring momentarily.
You had a couple of guys from the Dallas Cowboys trying to motion to the sideline to get the medical staff out there quickly.
Here is Jerome Bogert and Jeff Fisher. They're going to have Albert Haynesworth may have been tossed from the game, and Jeff Fisher all over Haynesworth, and that is a guy that the Titans can ill afford to lose. Meanwhile, the attention is on Andre Gurode, who has really had a terrific season up front for the Cowboys, still being tended to.
There are 2 fouls on the scoring play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 92, for stomping a player's helmet. We also have an additional penalty for throwing his helmet to the ground. That player is disqualified. Both penalties will be enforced on the kickoff.
Haynesworth has been disqualified and walks off. Right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's uncalled for, man.
That is unbelievable.
And there's Gurode with a towel to his head, and Haynesworth has been disqualified. 28 yards on 3 carries, gets a chance for more here. And Barber still on his feet, carrying the defender down to the 1-yard line. Down on the 7-yard line, Vince Young making his first NFL start, rolling out from the end zone, and a quick interception by Dallas. And going in, Brady James.
I think this was a mix-up from the get-go. The play action in the back didn't look right, and then Vince is just trying to make something happen. He forces the ball. That's the first time that we've seen, you know, the youth and the inexperience. I still don't know how everybody kept that quiet for as long as they did.
2nd and 10. Watch out from behind. As Young is hit from behind and loses the ball. Is picked up by the Cowboys, and it's Patrick Watkins still in bounds downfield. Loses his helmet, and Watkins finally brought down inside the 5-yard line. Al Singleton forced the fumble with his tackle from behind of Vince Young, and a 69-yard return by Patrick Watkins, the rookie from Florida State.
Well, Vince Young will learn about this too. The pursuit of the players in the NFL, you're never safe. You've got to have that ball secure. If you're going to scramble and start the run with the ball, you've got to tuck it away. Any more so than the turnover situation during the course of the game and how that relates to winning and losing.
Tyson Thompson going in for the touchdown. So all 3 running backs for the Dallas Cowboys have scored touchdowns today.
Larry Allen.
Little play action from McNabb all day. Westbrook again. Nice move. And he loses the football. Picked up by Dallas and Roy Williams.
Makes it hard on his defensive front.
Could be one of the reasons why they're good on 3rd down. Coming off off the edge, it's Ware. DeMarcus Ware went right around Thomas and picks up the sack, a loss of 8. It's 4th down.
If you're coming off the edge and the tackle doesn't get out of there fast enough, you see once he gets his left shoulder by William Thomas, Thomas has no chance at that point. And then
play action from McNabb, and he gets hit. The ball in the air and in the arms of DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware is gone. There are no flags on the field as the Dallas Cowboys have just taken the lead. Greg Ellis in the face of Donovan McNabb, and now with the celebration there are flags, but that...
Well, here comes the pressure. It's Greg Ellis who's able to get around the corner, and the ball just pops up perfectly for DeMarcus Ware. Now, right here is where L.J. Smith has got to make the tackle. He never even made a much of an effort.
Number 90 of the defense, 15-yard penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
I mean, the ball just shoots up perfectly into the hands of DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware, who has great speed for a defensive end, but that's a play that L.J. Smith has to be able to make. The guards when they bring pressure, and that's what they did on that play.
It's 3rd down and 9. Another blitz. Cowboys pick it up, and the pass is caught by Glenn. Terry Glenn to the 21-yard line with a big Dallas 1st down. Eagles show blitz. Bledsoe changes the play. They back out of it, and Terrell Owens makes the catch.
Well, good job by Terrell Owens, just getting physical at the line of scrimmage and then watching the ball in, and more importantly, well, it looked like he got his feet in at first, but now I'm not so sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's Marion Barber in now for Dallas on 3rd down. The quick throw to the sideline, and falling down is Terrell Owens as he tried to put on the brakes. It rained all during the McBriar's kick. Boy, does he boom this one. That has some Australian air in it. Look at this ball bounce, and it goes out of bounds. What a kick at the 2-yard line. That's as good a punt as we've seen in years. They have 1 timeout left, Houston. Rondé in the back. Down the middle. Incomplete, and almost caught on the carom as 2 Texans were downfield. Boy, does Roy Williams punish people in that secondary. Now that Rondé, he stopped and then he recharges and he doesn't get to the 30, so that'll be short of the 1st down. Touchdowns. On 2nd down, big hole. Julius Jones, 50, 1 man to beat, 40, and finally out of bounds inside the 35.
Here's Mario Williams working inside. He's going to be blocked by a tight end. And when you're blocked by a tight end, you can't get blocked like that in that situation. He's got the angle, but...
A meal here, a feast of action. Busy day on this Sunday in the NFL as Carr goes to work after the penalty. Has a man open, and it's deflected and intercepted by the Cowboys. Picked off by Greg Ellis, who laterals it to Terrence Newman. 3rd down and 8. Barber in the backfield. Safety blitz is picked up. The end zone, Owens, he fights for the ball and comes away with it. Touchdown, T.O.
Well, Dexter McCleon's a magnet. Terrell Owens is a magnet. They're coming together. Guess what gets repelled? The smaller magnet. Great job underneath of just swimming underneath on the move.
They're going to be something when they do generate a decent running game because they've got the pass game. On 3rd down, Carr to the sidelines, intercepted, picked off by Anthony Henry. Interception this year, his 21st career.
See him squeezing in between Andre Johnson and David Carr. That was just a fraction of a second. That ball was too long in the air. And
Bill Parcells will be quick to tell us all that nothing correlates better to victory than winning that turnover battle. Fumble, and here's another one. The Cowboys have it as Shepard fumbles the ball right into the arms of Roy Williams.
They are attacking and attacking again. I just think he fumbles the ball. Shepard just throws the ball up there. I don't think the ball got hit.
When you have a big lead in the second half. Milk it good.
Romo's first NFL pass is caught. Sam Hurd, free agent from Northern Illinois. Eastern Illinois to Northern Illinois. Free agents connect, and they'll have something to smile about tonight. 33 yards worth.
A little something to smile about right there. And no one ever said that luck doesn't help a good legend. And this young man's got quite a legend here locally about the performance he's had in the preseason and how much they like him, and they've been chanting for him every time Drew has played poorly. And he might have gotten his first completion, but now he knows that when you get those completions at this level, you usually have to pay for them a little bit.
Well, he's just a little soft wedge from a touchdown here. Second and goal at the 2.
Throws to the end zone. Touchdown to Terrell Owens. He has the hat trick, and Romo has his first NFL touchdown throw.
Vanderjack kicks toward the sidelines. Here comes Shepard. Ooh.
Hello.
Wow.
Mr. Abram announced his arrival. Little celebration between Hurd and company and Parcells. Look at Bill.
Taylor on that 95-yard run and the return to Seattle yesterday. Screen set up for Julius Jones. Got a downfield block, and Jones tackled by R.W. McBriar at the 49-yard line. Pick up at 28 yards.
Wonderful call. Just a wonderful call. When your quarterback's getting a lot of pressure and your line has the inability to pick up what's happening up front, you want to get the ball out of there and let him go get him. Go chase Drew. Julius Jones gets outside and then just flat out runs Freddie Robbins.
And less than a yard. And they'll throw for it on 3rd and less than a yard. Manning for Burris in the big ball, and it's going to be intercepted. A flag comes down. That could very well be offensive interference. Splitting up the 4 sacks. Some of them were just guys coming free. For sure. There's Bledsoe on 3rd down. Caught by Owens. A penalty marker down as Owens stays in bounds. But on game day, Sundays, or in this case Monday, he usually makes the play. 3rd and 2. Bledsoe goes to Terry Glenn, who should take 2nd and 11. Bledsoe out of the pocket to T.O. Owens turns it upfield, went out of bounds. Giant drive, starting from the 9. Barber lost the football. Dallas had the first chance at it. Tiki shaken up on the play. Cowboy recovery, and Barber is hurt.
DeMarcus Ware comes in and just tomahawks the ball out of Tiki's arm, and then he lands very hard on the turf. There's the tomahawk. The ball comes free. Tiki goes down. And the Cowboys wind up with it.
26 years old, 4th year out of Eastern Illinois, Division I AA school, where he won the Walter Payton Award. And 2, they wanted to see if he could be the number 2 and do this. Well, the answer was yes, and here he is. 3rd and 2. And he throws to Terrell Owens. Complete post-catch run to the 48-yard line. First down, gain of 18. Or do you just take the points, make it 12, thinking you have a lot of time left? Giants had a long time-consuming possession last time around. First you have to score, and Romo does with Terrell Owens. Touchdown, Dallas.
Boy, did R.W. McBriar make a huge mistake.
Brady James backs out. Manning, flush, held on to, sacked by DeMarcus Ware. 4th down.
Give him a week of practice, get him ready to play.
From the 29, 3rd down for Witten. The tight end's been very much a part of the game since Romo came in, gain of 21. Drive started at their own 29, and now at the Giants' 28. Romo has some time, has T.O. Where he made a huge coaching mark, taking the Jaguars to 2 AFC titles. Romo's throw for Patrick Creighton to the end zone. Cowboy touchdown. And Romo has thrown his third NFL touchdown, his second tonight, and it covers 53 yards.
The Giants, corners up, safeties back. The middle linebacker cannot get back anywhere near where he has to make a play. And once you have that happen, Chase Blackburn can't get back to run with Patrick Creighton. You wind up with 6.
He gets 9 on the 3rd and 7. Quickly to Owens, and Owens gets by Gamble into Carolina territory and finally run out of bounds by Minter.
Keep the tight end on that side a lot, too, to give him help in this situation.
2nd and 20. Romo hanging right in and guns it over the middle. Throws a strike to Terry Glenn, who's 10. The ball is at the 48-yard line. Romo. The open man is Witten again. So Witten, having his best game of the season, takes it to the 22-yard line. 3rd down and 12. The ball is at the 24-yard line. Romo back under center with the crowd roaring. Tony steps away, moves the shoulders, throws, caught 10-yard line. Jason Witten. The fumble. Julius Jones is back in the game. Jones, a burst through the middle into the end zone. And the Dallas Cowboys have erased a 14-point deficit and lead 19-14.
Boy, Julius Jones hit that thing in there, didn't he?
Boy. Well, so each team now, after a big turnover, Steve Smith, a run for a touchdown earlier on one play, and then after the fumble here, Julius Jones, the burst through the middle, straight to the end zone.
Well, it said Kyle Kozar starts on a double and then gets up to the linebacker in the 2nd level. That's what you have to do. Get that nose tackle, get him out of there, and then get up on your linebacker. And Kyle Kozar on that play got a twofer.
And now with the score 19-14, mathematics tells you a 2-point conversion is in order to make it a 1-touchdown game instead of a 2-field-goal game. Tony Romo out of the shotgun for the 2-point conversion. Fake draw, throws, converts to Owens for 2 points. So from the 28. They blitz. That line again does a good job. And the catch is made by Owens, who gets free at midfield before he steps out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Stacked right here. See, he's the front guy, and they have the 2 receivers there. So he starts on a stack. He's a front guy like an I formation. Starts like he's going inside. Gamble falls down, and then he goes back outside to the corner. I was saying they were having a tough time getting the outside receivers open when they kept him outside.
The last time he was back there, a punt at the 2-yard line.
He's going to return anything.
Yep, and he's the guy who can. And this is a line drive that he can't handle at the 6-yard line. The ball is loose again, and it is all the Panthers can do to maintain possession as Richard Marshall. And as John Fox told us the other day, we haven't put a complete game together. And they haven't tonight either. 2nd down and 6. Malone under pressure, throws into traffic, and it is picked off by Roy Williams. Double coverage along the far sideline, and Roy Williams was there on a pass intended for Keyshawn Johnson.
Right, and that's at cover 2, you know, where the corner comes up on the wide receiver, the safety comes over, Roy Williams being the safety, or the deep guy on that cover 2. Jake Delhomme really didn't throw that one. He had to get rid of the ball because he had a pretty good pass rush on him. And look, see, he goes play action pass here, and now he has to kind of step sideways to throw that. Didn't get a lot on it. There's the double coverage. You see the short guy, and you see the deep guy, Roy Williams, catching the ball and staying in bounds.
Just
we're going to have to look at that one again.
Oh, yeah, no, we're going back in the archives. We got Fred Godelli and Drew Esicott there. They're thumbing through the archives as Marion Barber is going to take this one into the end zone.
Well, you see that, and he stayed in bounds, and more backs ought to learn that from Marion Barber right there. He could have gone out of bounds. It would have been easy. He could have been knocked out of bounds, but he just dipped that inside shoulder and took it into the end zone. I like that. I mean, I know they have the game won, but you still have to finish off runs. And, you know, the opposite of this is a guy getting up close to the sideline and just going out of bounds. There's no way that Marion Barber's going to go out of bounds here. Just dip that shoulder, stay in bounds, and get the ball in the end zone.
His first possession. Second down and goal. Portis won't get there, and he was crunched.
Yeah, Clinton Portis, he's trying to go over the top. Looked like he might have lost his footing just as he started to make his jump, and then
been able to get in yet. On 4th and goal. Portis, no signal yet, and they are marking him short.
And so far they have.
2nd and 6. A blitz from Washington. Pass complete to Terrell Owens. Owens so good after he makes the catch, is out of bounds inside the 40. 10th play of this drive, 3rd and 7. Play action again. Romo flips. Glenn, touchdown Dallas. Will stay out on the field.
Terry Glenn motions down. He comes clear across the field. Sean Taylor just allows him to run by him, and that's what created the separation then for Tony Romo.
Troy, here we are with basically 13 minutes left in the first half, and the 3rd and 11. Romo steps up over the middle, hits Terrell Owens. Big first down, Dallas into Washington territory.
With penalties and long yardage downs.
Romo steps up and throws and hits Creighton. Patrick Creighton with a first down inside the 20, and Romo will use the last timeout.
In this play, he's going to come up and look like try to redirect him.
See if Romo goes out there. 3rd down, he's looking right all the way. Down the sideline for Creighton. Patrick Creighton gets tripped up, and it's another 3rd down conversion by Romo. Springs with the trip up and
this, but they throw the fade route down the field to Creighton. I'm sure Sean Springs was expecting a shorter route, and when Patrick Creighton kept running, he was able to then get the separation from Springs.
Throws and completes. Terrell Owens, what a catch. Hung on for the touchdown. And you cannot, you have to stay on your feet when celebrating a touchdown, and that draws a flag. 2nd down and 17. Pressure on Brunell, and it's Ware who ends up on top of Mark Brunell. Just got it away. Romo drops it off for Barber, and Marion Barber picks up a first down as he's inside Washington territory. Romo came awfully close to crossing the line of scrimmage. He stayed behind it and completed it on the run.
Well, and that's the improvising of Tony Romo. I mean, you're gonna see they had everybody covered up. And he just knows where his outlet guy is, Marion Barber. And
3rd down and 3 for the Redskins. In the backfield, Portis brought down by Roy Williams. Romo fires for Witten over the middle. There's the completion. Timeout Dallas with 6 seconds left.
Who's been active for 8 straight games. Blitz coming, they pick it up. Romo steps up and fires and completes it to Jason Witten, the tight end. Little cutback by Witten, and still going down to the 41-yard line. Marion Barber, good pass receiver out of the backfield. Romo checking off. Romo gets time, throwing for Creighton. He makes the catch, and he tiptoes into the end zone. Touchdown. He beat Eric Green on the play. It's good. Tony Romo to Patrick Creighton, 30 yards for the touchdown, and the Cowboys have opened up a 10-0 lead on the Arizona Cardinals. I like him. I'd pick him on my fantasy team, even now. Marion Barber is the running back, 3rd and 9. Romo in trouble, late blitz, slips away. Romo throws and completes it to Patrick Creighton across midfield. And wrestled down from behind by Aaron Francisco. But good drive for the Cardinals. Can they sustain it? Leinart has time, waits and fires, and it's intercepted by Aiken Adele. First turnover of the game. There is a flag down. With the Jacksonville Jaguars. Romo to put it up deep. He's got T.O. Terrell Owens, touchdown.
For a guy who has not played with a lot of real bullets in this league.
Owens goes in.
Time heat, no jam by Eric Green. He just runs right by him. And once he gets by him and gets that separation, there's no way Eric Green was going to catch up. And then the slow safety, Robert Griffith.
Ratliff and Kenyon Coleman in on the defensive line. Bobby Carpenter, first-round draft pick of the Cowboys. Number 54 is in. Leinart checking off. On 3rd down, they've got to get just across midfield. Leinart pressured, throws off the hands of Bolden, intercepted. Intercepted by the rookie Patrick Watkins. And he is toward the line. Romo, blitz picked up by Barber. Good pass to Witten. Bounces away. Gets to the 20. 3 men take him down at the 8.
Got the yard they needed for the first.
Peyton Manning sees DeMarcus Ware. He's like a defensive lineman playing linebacker. If he's coming, he wants to change protection.
He's coming. He's coming right in on Manning and wallops Manning. Ball out, and Glenn recovers. Well, you said Peyton saw it all along, but there was no adjustment. No one put a hand on DeMarcus Ware.
No, and I know that's what he was doing. He sees the big guy coming. He doesn't want a running back or somebody small or a tight end blocking DeMarcus Ware.
2nd down and 8. Now in Dallas territory. And again, Manning's hit and the ball's out. Dallas recovers. And he's got a 3rd and goal right here. Manning fires and he's intercepted. It's Roy Williams trying to hit Dallas Clark.
Dallas Clark fell down as he was coming inside.
Our 5th turnover of the game. Dallas with the interception at the goal line.
Before the half is up.
Freeney coming after him. Romo taking off, throwing on the run. And the catch made by Owens. Oh, that kick puts all hands on deck. In traffic, and it's intercepted by Burnett. That's Kevin Burnett with the return, and Burnett is bounced out. No, they say he's in. Touchdown.
There's pressure on Peyton Manning, so you got to get rid of it quickly. The big question is he going to be called down? I don't think so.
Well, if there's any kind of contact out there with Marvin Harrison, who was the intended receiver, and this is something that could be challenged. 1st and goal. Barber dancing outside and in for the touchdown.
I would think it would be hard to be this patient near the goal line.
Manning and that offense have been sitting on that sideline for quite a while after Dallas put together its longest drive of the season. And the dive is decked by Spears. 1st down at the 40. Makes the quick toss going down the field, and another hookup with Glenn, who's having a huge 2nd half. Yards.
Well, it's a little pump and go by Tony Romo to Terry Glenn. Why does it work? How many times we showed you the 1-step drop that they're throwing those slant patterns to Terry Glenn, Terrell Owens, So the defenders, they've seen it enough. Nick Harper says, I know that play. And when he makes the effort to break it up, Terry Glenn goes up the field.
Returns. The two defensive ends. Pass play coming over to Jones. Jones inside the 10 to the 5 and driving. And do they give it to him? They say he's down inches shy of the goal line. Would have been.
Tony Romo just has time to get it away because Dwight Freeney wants the blocks. The kickback block. The kick outside.
Boy, do you think he got in? Let's see. Nope.
No.
Right.
Now can you manufacture first downs? That's what they want to do, of course.
Again, that run defense makes some plays. Not here. It's Marion Barber getting all the way out to the 28 with a flag.
2nd and 13. Play action from Romo. Over the middle. Glenn. Touchdown.
Run this off of play action, trying to get the linebackers to bite up. Now they went after Will Allen, who had shown that he was not, that something was wrong with him on the previous play. He falls down, and an easy touchdown for Terry Glenn,
who was with Parcells in New England. Another play action fake, and Gradkowski for Galloway. Stepping in front is Williams. Intercepted by Roy Williams. And out of bounds near midfield.
Joey Galloway off of play action. They thought they may have had a step there on Roy Williams. I think Terrence Newman was coming in behind it, but just not enough arm strength. If Roy Williams doesn't make the play, maybe they had a chance, but an underthrown ball. And then at the end of that, Roy Williams, rather than going out of bounds when this guy's looking for contact.
Still doing it. 3rd down and 9. Gradkowski going for it. Galloway had to wait, and that cost the Bucs a touchdown. Henry got back to make the play, but Gradkowski had a wide open Galloway, couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, and you can't wait on Joey Galloway. I've played with Joey Galloway as a teammate. He has unbelievable speed. He beats Henry immediately, so the ball's got to be in the air. Gradkowski doesn't see it until late. And
Romo out of the shotgun. Steps up and fires for Creighton, wide open. 1st and goal with a ball just inside the 1.
And Tony Romo just finds Creighton wide open. A number of times here in this first half, we've seen Dallas receivers running wide open in the secondary.
33-yard completion to set up 1st and goal. They mark the ball inside the 1. A blitz from Phillips ran right by Julius Jones. And Will Allen has to make the tackle after Jones picks up 13.
You know, that's what happens when you bring the blitz, and not always when you bring the blitz are you expecting the offense to throw the football. Sometimes these are run blitzes, but if you're able to get past that first line and get through where the blitz is coming from, generally you can create some big plays in the running game, and that's what just happened with Julius Jones. Will Allen there to make the tackle at the end. A good tackle in the open field by him.
It's worth talking about this Tampa Bay defense in a little more detail. Showing blitz, they don't come. And Romo buys some time, fires for Glenn. What a throw. Boy, they make it look easy.
Terry Glenn has exceptional speed, but it looked like Jerron Bolden had great coverage on him. You're going to see him here. And when the ball is thrown, Jerron's in pretty good position, and then all of a sudden separation at the end of that play. And that's a gear that Terry Glenn has, and Tony Romo knows that he has it. So even though initially it looked like Jerron had pretty good coverage, you lay it out there and let Terry Glenn go get it.
Gradkowski with time, fires off the hands and picked off by Aiken-Adel. Off the hands of Pittman and into the arms of Aiken-Adel. Now they say incomplete. Another look.
Well, you hate that. It just goes right through the hands of Michael Pittman and up in the air, which generally when that happens, you're going to have an interception. It's just, it looked to me like it was an interception. His arm is underneath the ball. And Bill Parcells is going to challenge the call. Their defense got old.
First and goal now. And the throw. Owens into the end zone for the touchdown.
Second half has one incompletion.
Amazing. You asked me earlier if I thought he was the guy. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think football knows he's the guy because he's doing it week after week as Romo rolls out on second down and hits Owens. Now flag is down in the secondary.
Got anything offensively that can beat Monty Kiffin's defenses? I'm sure they're running a pretty good operation.
It's Lane Kiffin, the offensive coordinator for the Trojans, as Barber is brought down from behind by Phillips. Handoff is to the up back Barber, and Marion Barber gets to the edge and has a nice gain. Now with Jason Fabini coming in motion out of the fullback position. Romo's in trouble, buys time and fires to a wide open Witten.
See if it's going to hold up. He's not been tested yet.
Romo fires high and it's picked off by Kiwanuka. Then he loses the football and back on top of it is Sam Hurd.
Great job. He drops off into zone coverage and is right there to make a play on the ball, and then he just loses it.
He won't even hit. Third down and 3. Romo looking for somewhere to go. Throws and has Glenn wide open. First down, Dallas.
Well, here's Terry Glenn, and what you're going to see is, again, because Tony Romo's able to buy some time, all of a sudden he's one-on-one on a safety, Jabril Wilson. Wilson thought he was going to go deep. Terry Glenn takes it on a square in, and there was just nobody else underneath in coverage. Hard is in here at tight end.
Jacobs gets it. Cannot make the play. DeMarcus Ware. So the Giants skip the field goal try, go for it on 4th and 1 and lose 2. As DeMarcus Ware comes through the block of Whitfield and drops Brandon Jacobs. Only a 3-man defensive line, and Barber hits the hole hard. Big run, Marion Barber. Down inside the 25. And Dallas will spend their final timeout after a 24-yard run by Barber.
It's just got to be so disappointing for this Giant team defensively. We saw it against Chicago in a situation not a lot unlike this. They handed off just hoping to pick up a first down. And not only do they pick up the first down, but then they run themselves right down the field and put themselves immediately in a position to kick a field goal. Zimmer has done a terrific job this year coordinating this defense.
Blitz from the Cowboys, and from the backside, it's DeMarcus Ware who came on the blitz. Carry.
And this is the problem when you run away from DeMarcus Ware. He has the speed in order to run down running backs. Generally, if you're running away from a guy, you don't have to necessarily put a blocker on them. You could.
It would be a 49-yard try from here. It's 3rd and 4. Romo throws, and it's caught by Creighton. Jabril Wilson flashed in front, had visions of an interception and a touchdown. I really didn't understand that first timeout that the Giants took to stop the clock. They've given Dallas plenty of time to do something about this tie game. Romo buys time down the middle. Witten with a catch inside the 30. And on one play, Tony Romo puts the Cowboys into field goal position. 44-yard completion to Jason Witten, his tight end.
You know, O.C. Umenyiora, he came underneath, and that's why Romo was able to get the edge. But a perfect throw. I mean, you got Antonio Pierce and Will Demps in coverage.
46-yard try. Good snap, good hold. Martin Gramatica has put Dallas on top. 1 second remaining. The Cowboys make the switch, and Gramatica 3 of 4 on the day.
Saints stacking 2 receivers to the left, then Colston goes in motion into the slot. Breeze under pressure, and down he goes. So that Dallas defense, and they can put a lot of pressure on.
DeMarcus Ware is a big pass rusher for this Cowboy team, and when you get him up here in the line and you give him a start like this and you just watch him, you are not going to be able to block him with a back. And you better turn out to DeMarcus Ware, because he's going to run right by you anyway. He'll play left side like he did on that time, but he'd also play on the right side like he is right now on the third down play.
Breeze out of the shotgun, 3rd and 17, stepping up, throws underneath for Reggie Bush, and Reggie unable to exhibit any of those patented moves because Terrence Newman is right there to say, not now, and led them to a come from behind victory in a game in which they trailed 14-0. They'll run a draw to Julius Jones on 2nd and 8. Good slip move by Jones, and Julius Jones into Saints territory, being chased from behind. Nobody will get him. Touchdown, Dallas. "77 yards for Julius Jones, the longest run of his career."
You know, everyone has to block to get a play like that. It starts with Flozell Adams. You're going to see Terrell Owens. You're going to see Oliver Hoyt right there, the fullback. He gets that lead block there. Jones gets to the outside. Terrell Owens makes a block on the corner, and then Julius Jones is gone.
77-yard run by Jones. And just like that, it's 7-0 Cowboys.
So he's not getting a pass rush, an aggressive pass rush on 1st and 2nd down.
And so Spears on the sideline, and that's a dangerous pass. And it saw that earlier this year. Javon Walker pulled that off in a Denver game, and here comes DeMarcus Ware. In college, of course, returned a lot of punts, a lot of spectacular returns at USC. Back to haul this one in. McBriar with a booming bomb. Fielded at the 7. Bush trying to get around the corner, will never get there. That is great coverage. Miles Austin.
How the Cowboys covered their formation.
2nd down and 8. The ball is at the 42-yard line. Romo gets protected. Slings it over the middle. Caught, 25-yard line. That's Glenn. That's a 1st down.
I think that maybe he was anointed a little too soon, where he can't take everything on his shoulders yet.
2nd and 7. Romo throws, and wide open is Glenn. His 4th catch of the night. And Glenn inside the 30, the 25, to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and that's what they needed. I mean, they needed something to get him started. I mean, here you see Terry Glenn comes in motion, then he goes all the way back across the field where he started from.
Romo and Peyton with the Eastern Illinois connection, and Sean, his position coach here over the last 3 years. Romo off the play fake, throwing, caught by Glenn at the 42 of New Orleans, and he takes it to the mid-3rd quarter. If you miss a field goal, 52 yards, you give him the ball at the 42, you might as well go for it. 4th down and 8. Romo stepping away from pressure, throws, and that's caught by Owens. What a break for the Cowboys on what should have been an interception. It looked like a Fred Thomas pick. At least if he knocks it down, it's 4th down, and they turn it over on downs. Instead, it's an early Christmas gift for number 81.
I was just talking about the deep ends, and you're going to see Terrell Owens right up here. The ball, but he throws it right to Fred Thomas. And I noticed that, in fact, that was a double cover right there.
Couldn't make the pick, couldn't knock it down, and Dallas gets back in the game, 28-17 from the 37-yard line. Romo over the middle, and that is caught by Glenn right in the middle of traffic, and he knew he was going to get popped. And Fred.
That's when his wide receivers are a lot better.
And who would know that better than Sean Payton, who worked with him every day for 3 years. 1st and 10. To the outside, and Glenn gets free and makes the catch at the 19-yard line. He's Steve Weatherford to kick. Terrence Newman backpedaling. 23-yard line. Now past the 40. Terrence Newman down the sideline.
Tony Romo's the type of guy, if he plays for you, he's confident. If he plays against you, he's cocky.
3rd down and 5. And that pass is caught at the 46-yard line by Glenn, having a great year as he approaches 1,000 yards on the season. Named to the Pro Bowl last week. 3rd down and 4. Garcia puts it down, then throws it. It's picked off by Anthony Henry. So Anthony Henry, a guy they will be picking on, picks one off and runs it back to the 30-yard line of Philadelphia.
And that's not something that Jeff Garcia does a lot of, and that's a play the Cowboys needed. You know, sometimes the quarterback has too much time. I think on this one, Jeff Garcia had too much time, and then he gets the adjustments. If he would have hit Stallworth now, it would have been okay. But now he waits, and when he finally gets rid of it, Anthony Henry is right there. See, he waits and waits, and now he throws, and it's too late. Anthony Henry was beaten earlier on that crossing pattern, but by the time he throws out here, Anthony Henry makes up that difference. It has to be a pass play. I mean, this is not a run situation.
They just do get the play off, and Romo's going to improvise and hit Creighton to the 6-yard line. So a near sack, and what would have been turning the ball over on downs turns into an improvisational pass over the middle to Creighton and a 1st and goal.
You want to play by Tony Romo because you know this is the Philadelphia Eagles. This is Jim Johnson defense. 4th down in this area, you are going to get a blitz. So he knows the blitz comes. Here comes a free guy. He dodges him, steps up, throws the ball on the run. All for sections on the field.
2nd and 3. And Romo is going to throw that one into the end zone and caught by Owens. So Owens comes back toward the middle of the field, gets away from Sheldon Brown, and T.O. puts Dallas on the board.
You know, and that's where Terrell Owens has always been so good, is on broken play routes. And you're going to see Romo here. He comes in the pocket. He's looking to the right. There's nothing there. He has a little hole to his left. He moves into that hole. Terrell Owens in the end zone.
2nd down and 10, 43-yard line. And Ware with the sack and the fumble, but there to cover it up is Carell Buckhalter.
Avion Cason is the lone back on 1st and 10 from the 34. Kitna throwing on 1st down. It's deflected and then picked off by Roy Williams. There is a flag in the defensive secondary, and Williams takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Down and 4. The toss to Cason. He hurdles inside the 5 and then took another hard hit. This time from Brady James.
Well, that wasn't lackadaisical. That was what you want down there in the goal line. Just a knockout blow. Brady James coming from the middle linebacker position. Catches him just right.
3rd down and 3. Cowboys have to get to the Lions 48. Romo out of the shotgun. And the pass is caught by Owens. Terrell Owens gathered it in.
Show what they can do.
Play action. Kitna going deep, and it is picked off. He was looking for Furry, intercepted by Patrick Watkins. The rookie out of Florida State. And Watkins brings it back to the 39-yard line. There's a flag. 3rd down and 5. Patrick Creighton in motion. 3 wide receivers. Romo can't find anyone. Now a little shovel pass. That's a Brett Favre move. Jason Witten. Now the Lions complaining on the sidelines that he was across the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's funny because Parcells was telling us that in the first game that Tony Romo ever played in a preseason game was also Parcells' first play. He had a play like that in the end zone that got intercepted, and Parcells met him at half field, said, "You look like a ball in tall grass." Lost. Playing today.
Kitna taken down back at the 12-yard line. It's DeMarcus Ware again. 3rd down and 7. 4 wide receivers set. Kitna out of the shotgun. Can't find anyone. Down he goes. The 3rd sack of Kitna today from the 22 on 2nd down. Kidnett in trouble. Sacked for the 4th time. And DeMarcus Ware now has 3.5 sacks today. From the 37, flea flicker. Romo. Terry Glenn. Out of bounds inside the 10. So the Cowboys start the second half with a trick play and a 55-yard gain.
And I think that trick play was called because of the good field position that Miles Austin set them up with on that kickoff return. You get close to midfield here like this, well executed. You see them all bundled up right here. They had 2 deep routes. They had one to T.O. going to the corner and then Terry Glenn to go to the post. And Terry Glenn sold it great. Got Kenoy Kennedy to turn his hips around, got the open field, and it's a great to Terrence Newman.
From the 44 into Lions territory. Newman breaks free, 1 man to beat the punter. And Terrence Newman makes up for his earlier turnover with a 56-yard punt return touchdown.
Nobody feels better in this stadium about that play than Terrence Newman, knowing that he fumbled at the end of the first half and gave Detroit the ball back, and he got that play back on that great individual effort.
Reggie Swinton, a former Lion, did it 5 years ago.
Some story going on right now in that organization.
Off the play fake on second down. Romo to a wide open Terry Glenn. Glenn has a first down at the line. 3rd down and 8. Romo lost the football. Picks it back up. And now throws and it's complete to Terrell Owens for a first down. What improvisation by Romo. Wow.
How does he do that? I saw him do that on Christmas night. Kind of had a bad shotgun snap and picked it up. Well, that ball just fell out of his hands. Just pumped it. I tell you, man, the guy does have poise now. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
How many veteran quarterbacks would have the presence of mind to do what he just did?
I think, I think that says a lot about him. That he has that improvisational aspect to his game that you don't want to take out of the game.
Gives the Cowboys life. Extends the drive. Off the play fake. Complete to Jason Witten. Another Dallas first down.
It's still an unbelievable play by Romo. I mean, there's one place to fumble the ball and pick it up and do it, but in your own end zone and get up and rescue a play.
That's a play we'll be seeing on the Tony Romo highlight film for years.
Bump it right to the resume reel. Yeah, put that one at the top.
Okay. This drive started on the 1. Now from the 44. Off the play fake. Romo firing downfield for Owens. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Terrell Owens. A 99-yard drive. A 56-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys with an opportunity to take the lead.
Now that is Romo momentum.
Here he is in the playoffs. 3rd down and 10. And the pass is caught, and this is Glenn who dropped the last pass. It was close. Starting next Saturday from the 20 now. Seattle starts its second drive. Hasselbeck off the play fake. Had that one tipped, and it is intercepted at the 39-yard line. Picked off by Anthony Henry.
So haven't been playing well, and we talked about how they haven't had a lot of confidence. They get a good pass rush there, make Hasselbeck throw it when he doesn't want to. Look at how that ball comes out of there. When it comes out like that, and let him run those deep ends or crossing patterns.
2nd and 4. Alexander's going to come back this way, and that's a great tackle. Bobby Carpenter playing sparingly through the early part of the season. Al Singleton was the starter.
Here he is. You see him in the outside here, and he starts to come on a blitz, on a run blitz, but always keeps leverage. You know, you have that cutback or that bounce out, and Bobby Carpenter just stayed with it.
Middle, caught, finds the open man, and that is Jason Witten, and he'll make it first down and goal. And the clock ticking down to 27 seconds. The Cowboys have 2 timeouts. They'll take one here. 32 yards on a 4th and 2. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 3 by 1 on 1st and goal from the 13. Romo stepping up, throwing, and that's going to be caught, and reaching into the end zone and getting there is Patrick Creighton for the touchdown. Patrick Creighton stopped at about the 2, had enough momentum, lunges forward, gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it works like that. Here he is. He's a middle receiver here. You see they go deep. He just comes underneath, and then he comes under control. It's his own defense.
Peterson ready to come on with his defense. Kickoff from Brown, taken by Miles Austin from the 7. Miles Austin with a big run back down the sideline, out in front of the Cowboy bench, and Miles Austin will take it all the way in for a 93-yard kickoff return touchdown.
No flags. Boy, is that something. I mean, you finally take over, you get a good drive, you had good tempo. Mike Holmgren had everything he needed. And the thing, you know, we talk about momentum changers. Here's a wedge. You slide the wedge to the left. They because the ball goes to the left, they slide the wedge. He gets right in behind the wedge and hits that thing. Miles Austin at a point right here into the wedge. Now through the wedge. Now it's just Miles Austin and his speed to get to the playoffs. And then you get to the playoffs to get to the next round. Then to get to the championship round. Then to get to the Super Bowl and win it.
Hasselback has that one tipped by Newman, and then Roy Williams with the pick, and he stayed inbounds and intercepts it at the 43-yard line. DJ Hackett was the intended receiver. Question is, did he come inbounds? And they're going to take a real close look at this. The crowd already looking at it up on the board.
Well, Terrence Newman made a heck of a play, though, in getting turned, getting back in coverage, and then turning again to get that right hand on it. Now, again, Roy Williams catches a ball, but did that right foot step out of bounds?
He's the same as a receiver at this point. The same thing applies. It looks as if his right foot's on the line, and this is going to be clearly a challenge. 13 minutes left in the 4th. Jones, first down, plenty more. Draw. Big hole exploited by Jones inside the 20. Hamlin finally rides him down at the 11-yard line.
Where Hamlin is, he's the free safety. I mean, he's 20 yards deep, so there's no one in here. And once you break this, you're going to run it to the safety. And the safety's 20 yards back there. Boy, that is as close to a gimme run as you can.